Hi, my name is Krishan, and on behalf of Group 4, I'd like to welcome you guys to our presentation for EVT3204. All I can say is sit back, sit tight, enjoy the ride.
Hi everyone, I'm Xing and I'm going to introduce Bohr Company. First of all, I will talk about the founder of Bohr Company, J.A. Russels. J.A. Russels came to Kuala Lumpur with his father in 1819. He went back to England to complete his education before returning to Malaysia. After that, he started to venturing interest into business, and his greatest business venture was made in 1929, which is Bohr. He worked with ADIBAH and some workers to alter the tangle and dense jungle hillsides into the first highland tea garden in Malaysia. He named it Bohr, which is an acronym that stands for Best of Highlands. Bohr is the largest tea plantation in Southeast Asia. They mainly produce premium black tea, and it also the largest black tea manufacturer in Malaysia. It located at Cameron Highland, Pahang in Malaysia. They produce 4 million kilos of tea annually, which translates to about 5.5 million cups per day. This represents 70% of all tea produced in Malaysia. Bohr dominates the domestic retail market and is also expanding into the foreign market. Today, Bohr exports its brand of prime grade tea to various countries, including the USA, Brunei, Japan, United Arab Emirates, and Singapore. The company is one of a few vertical integrated tea companies in the world. Here are the tea plantation of Bohr Company. The first tea plantation of Bohr Company is Habu Garden. Next is Frontline Tea Garden, and the third one is Sungai Plus Tea Garden. Each Bohr garden has its own processing facility, and the Frontline Tea Garden utilizes some of the most modern machines in the world. Bohr also packs all the tea at its packing facility in Bukit Chiding. On 2019, Bohr has held an event named as Fun Run on its 90th birthday. It conducted a 5 km run for 600 participants, and this event was held at the Bohr Sungai Plus Garden. The run paths are full with beautiful plantations with its captivating scenic views. Through the event, we can understand that they are trying to inform people.
90th birthday fun run is held on 22nd September 2019 in Boh Sungai Palas Tea Garden marks the Boh third run. This event opened gates to 600 runners for 5 km refreshing fun run through the beautiful plantation with its captivating scenic views as an inspiration. and for the good cause too, conserving Malaysia's tropical rainforest for celebrating Bo's 90th birthday. The social influencer Dr. Zeman Zulkifli is the Executive Director of TRCRC, Tropical Forest Conservation and Research Center. He was invited to the Bo 90th Birthday Fun Run 2019. And this is Dr. Zeman Zulkifli. The historic Bo 90th Birthday Fun Run was also supported by Tourism Pahang Malaysia. We can see that the logo is at the left-hand side of the backdrop in the stage. For Bo Eco Trail Run in 2016, their display booths for the event partners are just beside the entrance of the event. Participants could learn more about their prospective activities at the booth, namely Selangor Forestry Department, Global Environment Center (GEC) and Jabatan Kemajuan Orang Asli (JAKOA). For competitor analysis, Bo current main competitors in tea market are currently include Lipton and Ooi Xue. Both companies are able to compare with Bo in both reputation and name. Lipton and Ooi Xue are both well-known tea companies not only in Malaysia but in the whole world. Lipton tea was first created by Sir Thomas Lipton back in 1890. Thomas Lipton was a Scotsman with Irish parentage who ran a grocery store when he was just 16 with his parents. Later on, his life, Thomas Lipton, happened upon a tea plantation in Ceylon, now called Sri Lanka. This would then be birth of the Lipton tea. Compared to Bo tea, Lipton has lower market shares in Malaysia, but they are not very far behind. Lipton back in October 2019 started the Kau Bersama campaign in order to connect Malaysians together. The campaign was aimed at reconnecting Malaysians together and for them to enjoy warmth of Lipton tea and to enjoy the company of others. Ooi Xue Company have two segments that are food business and beverage business. The company changed Ooi Xue to Ooi Xue since August 2018. Ooi Xue is Japanese for delicious, while Ooi Xue means taking the delectable taste to the next level. Ooi Xue green tea is brewed from 100% organic tea, and it only uses natural ingredients to brew the final product. Ooi Xue conducted an event that purchased Ooi Xue green tea can win 3 grand prize of Sakura viewing in Japan for 2 person, and also 10 weekly prizes of 200 ringgit of Uniqlo vouchers for 9 weeks. While not as popular as Bo and Lipton, Ooi Xue is also a big part of tea market with their signature.
Hi, I'm Krishan again. So, for task 2, we'd like to present Project T for Tiger. Now, what is Project T for Tiger? You're probably wondering, is that Bo has taken a completely different approach for their 91st birthday celebration compared to the 90th birthday fun run, which also was a fundraiser for a third-party organization. This year, we've designed an event for them to raise funds for MyCat. What is MyCat? MyCat is the Malaysian Conservation Alliance for Tigers, and T for Tiger project is basically a football match between the Harimau Malaya Legends and the AFC All-Stars. AFC All-Stars refers to the Asian Football Confederation, which is the governing body for all the footballing nations in Asia. They will be sending an all-star team for this exhibition match, putting one of the most famous Malaysian football players such as Shiuann, Xing, Syukur Saleh, Hassan Sani, James Wong, as well as the current players, all on the same field for fans to enjoy. Venue for this event will be at the Bukit Jalil National Stadium. which can host up to 85,000 people. And we are targeting as many spectators as possible just to make this a conservation event with a completely unorthodox approach. Why? Because of its scale. To have an event of 85,000 people in a single stadium to host such a rich atmosphere for the purpose of conservation and fundraising would be a completely different challenge for any event organizer and even for a company such as Bo. And since they will be celebrating the 91st anniversary, I think it would be a fitting approach for them to organize this. Our targeted date would be on the 12th of September 2020, which is a Saturday. And this event is not only, it is an exhibition match. It is not hostile in any way. Most unlike common football rivalries, such as Malaysia and Indonesia. It's more of a very family-friendly setting for people to come experience what it's like to watch a football match live at the biggest stadium in Malaysia. The event will be full of games and also a celebrity meet and greet. Now you're probably wondering why MyCat. MyCat was established in 2007 and they've been running successfully for the past 13 years. And the reason why they were established was because out of these 6 available species of tigers worldwide, Malaysia is home to the Malayan tiger, which is unique to us. And it is by right our responsibility to conserve one of the most unique predators of our time. Some of the conservation efforts conducted by MyCat include partnership with other companies, protection of existing habitats, community engagement through education, advocacy of animal rights, reforestation, and other outreach programs. The whole idea behind this event is to educate the public of the importance of conservation and at the same time remind them how learning can be fun through sports. Now, our sponsors for the event will be FAM, Football Association of Malaysia, AFC, the Asian Federation, Asian Football Confederation, my apologies, Nike, and 100 Plus. The reason why Nike and 100 Plus are on board is because they are already partners with FAM. And seeing as this is an opportunity for a nationwide engagement, we believe that Nike and 100 Plus would be key sponsors for an event as big as this. Though the title sponsor would still remain as Bo because it is part of their 91st anniversary. The rest of the sponsors are co-sponsors. Moving on, we have the experience sensors. So seeing as this is an event by Bo, it's safe to say that the senses of taste and smell are a given. And as it is part of our second half of the event, there will be a bazaar outside of the stadium. So these senses are practically satisfied, if you ask me. But for the senses of sight, hearing, and such, I believe personally, for spectators to go to a stadium such as Bukit Jalil, and from my personal experience, to watch Malaysia, Harimau Malaya play live, I believe it is a completely different experience on its own. It stands alone from most sporting events because you could have to take into account the pride the patriotism that comes for a fan to support the national football team at the national stadium. We would want to provide this experience for our spectators of this event, of a conservation event specifically. And if we can give them that experience, I believe it would be a success on its own, simply because of its unorthodox approach. Next, moving on to the event flow, a quick run through of what we have planned is from 4 to 4:30 p.m. Spectators will be allowed to occupy stands of the National Stadium. The event will be hosted by famous compere Alif Sata and ADIBAH Noor. I mean, of course, the general public already knows who these two people are, which we've further explained later by my teammates. And at 5 p.m., we will have speeches by VIPs. VIPs, some to name would be the president of the Football Association, president of the AFC, CEO of Bo, sponsors from Nike and 100 Plus, and government officials or royal dignitaries if they are present. Though these would be subject to change given the time constraints, as we expect to kick off at 5:30 p.m. Before I forget to mention, just like any other football match, we'll have pitch-side commentary by Roshan, Narayan and Reem Shaho. These two are famous sports pundits from Astro Supersport. I'm pretty sure if you've watched football on Astro, you would be well aware of them. So 5:30, we expect to kick off the match between the Harimau Malaya Legends and the AFC All-Stars. And 45 minutes in, we will have a halftime break, 6:15 to 6:30 p.m., where we plan to have a chant performance by Ultras Malaya. Now, if you're not sure who Ultras Malaya are, they are the fan group of the Malaysian national football team. And they are known worldwide to be one of the best Asian football fan group to have graced the game, I would say. Also in this period of halftime, our both tea stations would be open and serving free sample size servings for our fans to try. They'll be available at kiosks around the stadium common areas. 6:30 p.m. we expect to have our second half kickoff, and by 7:15 the match would come to a close. From 7:15 to 7:45, we are planning a small meet and greet session with the legends as well as the current football players, just to get them to interact with the crowd, especially with families, to have people, adults bringing their children to watch their childhood heroes. I mean, it would be a completely different experience altogether, one for the parents, a completely different experience for the child, completely different experience for footballers. And I think it's a really exciting social atmosphere that we can achieve out of this event. We'll also be planning a merchandise giveaway, which will be conducted by two other social influencers, which will be mentioned by my teammates. And from 7:45 to 10 p.m., spectators are free to go and have their meals, or just to go around the bazaar that we will be setting up at the outdoor area, specifically Car Park B. So the bazaar is going to be made up of food trucks, small food and beverage owners, and those alike. I mean, you get the bazaar setting similar to what we have in Malaysia, especially during the fasting month of Ramadan. We want to bring a similar concept as well, to get people to experience street food, cheap food, tasty food, and also spend time with their family.
Hi, I'm Edmund. Now I'll talk about the venue layout for our event. So basically for this event, we will use National Stadium as our venue. All of the seating are free except for grandstand, which is a VIP session inclusive of royalty, government officials, sponsor representatives, and company heads. We also have Ultra seats, which is reserved for the Ultra Malayas fan groups. This is the national stadium's venue specification. As you see, those are the information of the venue. We will also reserve a specific area for bazaar area, which is the market zone on the slide. It is the car park B of National Stadium, and it has 250,000 square feet. This area is specifically for those local vendors, for small F&B business owners, food trucks to sell their food to our spectator audience and participants. Doing so will gain a lot of economics. Now I'll talk about our event mechanism for this event, which is also called as promotional efforts, music. M will be stand for mailing. U will be stand for user generated content. S will stand for socials. I for influencer, and C for conversations. First, we will start with mailing. For the mailing part, we will send email to ticket holders email to keep them updated on Project T for Tiger event details such as the time of the event, the date, where's the venue, and the available promotions during the event, such as maybe buy one free one or any discount for our products. For user generated content, we have pre-event engagement, which we will conduct online quiz on social media page. So basically, spectator can join the online quiz and answer questions related to the event to stand a chance to win awesome prizes. The online quiz will feature questions such as who are the member of the Ultra Malayas, or maybe how many member are they, or maybe how old are they. So basically those not so hard questions to encourage them to join the quiz. We will also have event engagement, which is social media content. We will put up hashtag, example, hashtag T for tiger or hashtag my cat to increase searching traffic. We will also encourage participants to take selfie during event, which is event selfies, by giving up them small prize so that we can increase awareness of this event. Now I will talk about the social part. We will promote our event through two portals. The first is social media. We will promote our event on Facebook posts and Instagram stories. For the second portal of promoting our product, we will stream our events on live, which is Facebook Live and Instagram Live. We will stream our event on Facebook Live on BOH Facebook page and FAM Facebook page. We will also stream our event on Instagram Live on BOH Instagram and FAM Instagram. The reason we use Facebook, Instagram, and stream our event on Facebook Live and Instagram Live because both of these social media has the largest network and user number among all the social media. By doing so, we can achieve greater promotional effect and more people will know about our event and our product, which will achieve more sales. Now I will pass to Yeow.
Hi, my name is Yeow. I'll be talking about the influencer part and the conversation part of the music anagram. So basically, firstly, I'll be talking about Alif Sattar. Alif Sattar is a well-known, trusted TV host for Malaysia. He's very well known in Malaysia. He's a great Malaysian singer, actor, and television host. He has 3 million followers on Instagram, has won a trusted TV host for news and current affairs awards among the Reader's Digest Trusted Brand Awareness, Trusted Brand Awards in 2020, has come third place in the ATV's variety singing competition, alongside with, next slide please. Alongside with ADIBAH NOOR, Alif Satar and ADIBAH NOOR will be hosting the event together. So who is ADIBAH NOOR? ADIBAH NOOR in Malaysia is very well known because she's a Malaysian singer, an actress, a master ceremony, can do voiceovers, and she has very big following. She has 571k followers on Twitter, has the highest reach of 51k on YouTube, and has one of the best vocal in Anugerah Jawad Lagu. Basically, ADIBAH NOOR and Alif Satar will be the main hosts of our event for this event by Volti. So moving on to the other influencers, we have Harvin Skin and Yuna. So who is Harvin Skin? Harvin Skin is a YouTuber and influencer. He has 181.1k followers on Instagram, has started his YouTube channel back in January 17, 2014, and has 60,000 subscribers on this YouTube channel. So Harvin Skin and Yuna's role in basically this event will be hosting giveaways through the Facebook Live, Instagram Live mentioned before by my teammate Edmund. So basically what they will be doing is that they're hosting giveaways. They'll be giving, so basically Harvin Skin will be giving away a jersey of the AFC captain playing in the match, and Yuna will be giving away the Harimau Malaya jersey for captain and team. So alongside that, they'll also be giving away small prizes such as ball tea packets, Nike shoes, and 100 plus cans. So moving on, I'll be explaining about who is Yuna. Yuna is a very well-known singer across the globe, not just Malaysia, across the globe. She's a songwriter, a singer, a fashion designer. She has 870k followers on Instagram. As the first Malaysian singer to be nominated for a BET Award and co-owns a women's clothing boutique called I Am Jet Fuel. She was also promoted in fashion shows in California. Moving on, we'll be talking about the last two influencers who will be taking part in this event. So now we have Roshan Narayan. Roshan Narayan is it will be hosting alongside his co-partner in the event, will be basically giving pitch side commentary. Not only pitch side commentary, they'll also be doing interviews. So who is Roshan Narayan? He is an Astro Super Sport host and has 13k followers on Instagram. A very well-known Super Sport host, meaning he'll be able to give really good intel on what's happening in the pitch for viewers to notice. He's also a brand ambassador for World Ball Summit Asia. Has his own website called Stadium.my and his own sports agency. The next, please. So alongside Roshan, Reem Shawa will also be helping him out. Reem Shawa is international presenter for the official Liverpool Football Club TV. This means that she will be able to give really good questions to the players and the coaches, meaning that interviews with these players will be very insightful and very helpful towards the audience in order to know what's happening around behind the scenes. She's also has 58.4k followers on Instagram, a very well-known person in Malaysia. So moving on, I'll be talking about the conversation. This ends the influencer side. So conversations in Anagram C for music will be basically us trying to raise awareness with different hashtags. There'll be hashtag T for Tiger, hashtag MyCat. So people can basically use these hashtags to raise the awareness in Malaysia itself and on Twitter or Facebook or Instagram. And not only that, a poll will be released to let persons choose which team they want to support. And both teams will have hashtags as well, consisting of Harimau Malaya, AFC All-Stars. Then not only that, persons can share the poll post and tag the hashtag of the team that like to show support for the cause and event. So now I'll be talking. Moving on. We'll talk about merchandising. So not only will giveaways be given by Yuna and Haviv, merchandising will also be given throughout the event. So basically at the beginning, my cash shirts will be given out alongside a bottle 100 plus, courtesy of Ball Tea. Ball Tea will be donating these, will be buying these shirts and donating the money for a bigger cause, as well as raising awareness for this event and the cause basically itself. So my cash shirts will be given out and alongside 100 plus, basically allowing the viewers to not be dehydrated around the event. So once the event is ended, audiences will then be given Ball Tea packets, a packet of Ball Tea, and with a Nike wristband in order to reward them for their efforts of the event and making them stay and watch the event. Not only that, as my friend said, bazaars will be set up around there will be a bazaar outside the national stadium. So booths will be set up around the stadium with the respective sponsors such as Nike, 100 plus, Ball Tea, and MyCat. So Ball Tea will have a booth giving out free tea in this bazaar for the viewers from halftime until the end of the event, ensuring that nobody gets dehydrated during the event and also raising awareness for Ball Tea. Next slide, please. So these are the references that was used throughout the whole presentation, and I'd like to thank you for your time. Thank you very much.